Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be installing the Rally Armour Universal Mud Flaps on the 2016 Rio. Now for the front pieces, we should be able to turn the wheels all the way to one side and access the bolts in here for the factory mud flaps. So if we can do that, we're then going to trace out the bolts. So as long as we can do that, we're then going to just copy where the bolt holes are, and then we're going to drill pilot holes into the mud flaps because it doesn't come with any holes pre-drilled for them. Looks like that's going to give us the room we need. So it looks like that's going to work with just turning the wheel to the one side. So now we need to remove the existing mud flaps, trace the bolt holes, measure how high we want the flaps to be, and then secure these on. Made our initial mark for the first hole to be drilled. Once we get that and secured onto the car, we can then mark the next two holes that's going to secure the rest of the mud flap in place. So we now have our first pilot hole. We can now screw it in place. So once you're happy with where you want to place it and you like the look of it, go ahead and mark out the other two holes that you're going to pre-drill and finish off the mounting of this first mud flap. So we've got the other two started there. We're now going to secure it in place, make sure we like the look, and then once we're done that, we're going to take it off and trace it for the other side. Alright, so far it's looking good. I like the height. I like how much it's poking out. Everything's lining up properly. I don't know if you can see that too well. So now we're going to go ahead and take that off again and trace it for the other side. So we got the one pre-drilled, mounted for the passenger side. We're now going to take the driver's side mud flap and basically just trace or line them up as best we can, as best that it will allow us to, and copy the drill holes that we've already made. One. Two. And finally, 3. So we're now going to go put the mud flaps back on both sides, and we're going to check and see how it looks. to actually take the rear wheels off to access the stock mud flaps and the bolts or the screws for them. So that's what we're going to do now. And basically we're going to do the exact same thing in the front. We're going to trace out, or going to measure the height where we want it, the width that we want, trace out the bolt outlines, drill them, and then line everything up. Alright, so the battery died on the DSLR. I'm not really sure how much it caught, but we are doing the back end right now. You do have to remove the wheels. So just like in the front though, we're going to take off the stock mud flaps. We're going to line these up, height and width, make sure they're good, we're happy with it, and then we're going to bolt them on. I think that looks good. So now we're just going to line up the other hole, drill it, and then we'll copy the other side. Alright, holes are all drilled. Now we're going to secure them onto the car and see how it looks. Alright guys, so we got the rears on, the wheels are back on, we're about to drop it back down. I'm just going to show you the setup on the rears real quick first. Alright, so we got everything cleaned up, everything's said and done, mud flaps are on, walk around starts now. If you guys are looking for something to dress up the exterior of your car, as well as protect the paint from any rock chips and debris that come off your tires if you have a wider offset than stock, then I highly recommend the Rally Armour mud flaps. It's a great purchase. I think it cost me around 50 bucks to get them here. I installed them myself within an hour, so I would recommend them to anybody who's interested in getting that look and protecting their paint. And as always guys, thanks for watching, thanks for always liking my videos, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, be sure to do that, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.